kanya. Ano po sa nangyari sa anak ninyo? Ano po yung sabi niyo sa nagawa ng asawa niyo sa anak ninyo?
Siyempre, nasakit eh. Kasi sarili kong asawa ko siya. Actually, hiwalay naman ako. Nasa poder niya yung yata. Masakit, parang napakasakit.
Ano ba bang hatol din? Ano ba bang nangyayang kaso? Ano po saan po yung kaso niyo?
Ano na siya, nasa process na sa Thursday na siya na ang iupo mo sa witness stand.
Pero wala pa pong hatol dun?
Wala pa naman.
Kaya, ano po, gusto niya, ano pong, sa tingin niyo, ano po bang karapat-dapat na natin na ibigay sa asawa niyo?
Sa akin spot na ulit sa dito yung sinasabi.
Bakit naman kayo, bakit mo masasabi niyo, pabor kayo sa bitay?
Kaya ako naman nasabi niyo na mas pabor ako sa ganun, lalo sa kaso ng anak. Nagawa niya ng muna eh. So may possibility na mangyayari, baka hindi lang sa anak ko. Kaya para maputo na yung kasama ko.
Okay. Tanong ko saka, kung sakali yung oras na bibitayin na yung tatay mo, yung daddy mo.
Hindi nga eh. Halimbawa nga kung dadating na yung oras na ng
bibitayin na yung daddy. Handa ka ba na yung tatay mo mamamatay? Ha?
Sagot mo.
Kayo po.
Okay na. Handa naman. Tanggap ko na ako kung baga sa pinagpasadyos ko na siya. Ano pa naman ang mangyari sa ulo.
Okay.
Sige na. Okay na.
Hello. Paano mo? Selika. Ilan taon ka na? 15. Saan kayo nakatira ngayon?
Sa center. Bali sa center.
Sa alaga ka ng SW? Sa pangalaga ka? So, gaya nung natanong ko sa kanya, no? Siyempre, meron ka rin bad experiences, diba? Pwede mo maikwento sa amin kung ano yung nangyari.
Bali, nilip ako ng stepfather ko.
Stepfather mo? Ilan taon siya?
12.
12 years old ka. Kumusta naman yung kaso mo na ngayon?
Tapos na kami sa PI.
Nanghatulan na ba?
Hindi.
Hindi pa. Pero kung papipiliin ka rin ba, anong klaseng hatol lang gusto mong ipataw sa stepfather mo?
Bitay.
Bitay din. Bakit kayo mabitay?
Para napagtanong yung ginawa niya sa akin, matanggusahan niya.
Makahanda ka ba na kung sakali yung oras na yun, nabibitayin na siya? Handa ba yung kalooban mo na umamatay siya? Handa ka? Nasaan yung mga turing magulang na yan?
Yung sa Cavite ko.
Cavite. Kung ating iisipin, nasa batas talaga natin ang parusang bitay. Ngunit mayroong mga tumututol, lalo na ang simbahang Katoliko, at ang mga taong nagkasala sa batas. Para sa kanila, mahalaga at sagrado ang buhay na ipinagkaloob ng Diyos, at mabigyan ng isa pang pagkakataon ang mga nagkasala sa batas.
Basically, we're talking about that penalty, and my stand is that I'm basically against that death penalty for the simple reason that, and I think it's also the reason of the church, that killing someone would be against the law of God. Of course, others will argue that before the Old Testament it was permitted, but I don't think it was a permission coming from God precisely because it was an interpretation coming from the people. You will notice the history, biblical history, even in the olden times, there will always be there will always be misrepresentations of God's voice or God's instructions. And of course, I am very much against that, precisely because it is like asking you yourself the question, if you are in that person's shoes, how would you react to such punishment? In other words, who are you to say that that person will not eventually change? There will always be hope for human persons to change himself for the better. And you do not somehow qualify, do not box that person, where you will have to say, oh, you'll never change, they just persecute him, they just stone him to death biblically, or inject him, or anything, okay, that will kill that person. It's like boxing the person. But you see, as human beings evolving, you can applicate the fact that that person somehow, someday, may not be today, may not be tomorrow, or the day after tomorrow, that it is our hope that that person will change for the better, changing his life, changing his ways for good. Because if you try to kill a person precisely because you want to persecute him because of his experiences before, or our experiences have been before, then you're somehow introducing an end or ending that hope, the hope of the person. And I don't think that is within the will of God, that framework.
Right, so you want to know my position regarding the death penalty. Well, I must admit that there was a time when I was in favor of the death penalty, but as of now, after thinking about it, my position is that it should no longer be imposed. My principal objection to the imposition of the death penalty is that that penalty is of a very permanent and irreversible type or character.